car wheels, cold ass bitch. I give raw chills, 10 different looks, and my looks so kill. I kiss him in the mouth, I feel all grills. Heat in the car, that's wheels on wheels. Woo! I was born to flex, diamonds on my neck. I like boarding jets, I like more than sex. But nothing in this world that I like more than checks. Money. What I really wanna see is money. I don't really need to be any done. All a bad bitch need is I got bands in the coop, bustin' out the roof. I got bands in the coop. Touch me, I'll shoot. Shake a little ass, you get a little bag and take it to the store. Get a little cash, you shake it real fast, you get a little more. I got bands in the coop. Bustin' out the roof. I got a fly, I need a jet, shit. I need room for my legs. I got a baby, I need some money, yeah. I need teeth for my egg. All y'all bitches in trouble. Bring brass knuckles to scuffle. I heard that credit went pop, yeah. They go pop, pop. That's me bustin' that bubble. Hey, Denise. Baby mommy with the clip, walk out bodies with a bitch. Bring a thotty to the whip, and she find her she thick. God damn, walking past the river. Ooh, damn I'm fine. Let a bitch try me, boom, hammer time. I was born to flex, diamonds on my neck. I like boarding jets, I like more than sex. But nothing in this world that I like more than checks. All I really wanna see is I don't really need to be any done. All a bad bitch need is bands in the coop, bustin' out the roof. I got bands in the coop. Touch me, I'll shoot. Shake a little ass, you get a little bag and take it to the store. Get a little cash, you shake it real fast, you get a little more. I got bands in the coop, bustin' out the roof. I got bands in the coop. Touch me, I'll shoot. Bitch, oh, Papa, you pop. Bitch, oh, Papa, whoever. You know who pops the most shit? The people shit out together. You know that cardio freak. Oh, my pajamas leather. Bitch, I'm back on your ass. Wakanda forever. See that the honey boy spin like a semi gun. Rolling on 101. Come get your mommy some cardi. Get the tip top, bitch. Kiss the ring, the cake rock, sis. Jumping the back of that ooh, ayy. Make that nigga put a 2K. Let me niggas start like say you gonna eat this ass like soup. I was born to flex. Diamonds on my neck. I like boarding jets. I like more than sex. But nothing in this world that I like more than culture. All I really wanna see is that I don't really need to be anything. All a bad bitch need is KC.
Cut the beat.
Cut the beats.
Shit. Yeah, so welcome back. It's 2019. We took a brief sabbatical. You know, had to go and get our shit together. Thanksgiving, Christmas, all of that shit.
New Year's.
Revamped everything. New Year's. We brought the motherfucking New Year in. Now we back. You know what I'm saying? Going live on Facebook and not on YouTube. We coming straight to the people.
Coming straight here.
To the motherfucking people. We got a new speaker. I got a new shirt.
I got my edges touched up. I got some new braids.
Big things happening in 20 motherfucking 19.
Absolutely.
I'm Stevie T, but y'all know that.
Stevie T, it's a girl Amanda, the place to be.
Uh-oh. Ooh, that was good.
Okay.
We didn't even practice that, y'all.
Yeah.
Ooh, Courtney like a hound's too. Thank you, baby girl. So, there's been a lot that went on since Thanksgiving all the way up until now. But I ain't gonna hold you. Niggas want to talk about R. Kelly. We're getting right into it. First on the motherfucking chopping block is Robert Aloysius Kelly. Because
bring that ass here, boys.
He's definitely been doing way too motherfucking much. So, if you don't know, I mean, everybody ought to, everybody know. Where the fuck is my drink at? Hold up.
Yes,
hold on.
Drink, please.
Because.
And y'all get y'all a drink too while y'all at home?
I definitely need my motherfucking drink.
Get y'all a drink.
Courtney said fuck him. Courtney said fuck him.
Ooh, okay.
Anyway, Robert Aloysius Kelly is on the chopping block because he's got several bitches holed up right now.
Not several bitches, several children.
Several childish bitches holed up right now in a motherfucking studio somewhere on the south side of Chicago, somewhere on Cicero. Somewhere doing the motherfucking cell block tango, all together in different rooms in the studio, talking about pop, Swish.
He had to come in.
He had to come in. He did have it coming.
This was a long time coming. This was back when Leah had it coming there.
He did. No, Leah had it coming. She definitely got it. She definitely got it.
God rest her soul.
That's not funny. That's not funny. I'm not laughing at these bitches at all. At all. Too much to went on. We need to talk about how he's had several women that have been holed up in this sex cult. That's the story. He's got a sex cult, and it's full of child brides, and it's also full of 30-year-old middle-aged women who want to quit their jobs and move to Chicago because he told them to.
Right.
And or move into his mansion in Atlanta. What do y'all think about that? I need to see the comments. I need to figure out exactly what the fuck is going on with Robert Aloysius Kelly.
You know, everybody got a story.
What do you... All right, sis. What you mean everybody got a story?
No, I don't have any R. Kelly stories. Let's get that out the way. First of all, I like older men. I mean, like men my age.
They like older men too.
They do.
He's very much older.
They do. I just feel like there's so many people to blame in the situation that to put all of it on R. Kelly is okay. To put it all on him is a little bit. It's definitely okay. Let's look like this. First of all, he definitely did it.
He definitely did.
There's people who can be accused of certain things, and the minute you do one thing, it's going to make everything you do seem like that. So just as if like the situation with Bill Cosby. It was, to me, I look at it as you're innocent until proven guilty. So when he admitted he did it, it was like, okay, well, at this point, all these females will be telling the truth. With R. Kelly, he never admitted it, but that whole marrying Aaliyah was already an admission of guilt. So now in everyone's mind, you're at this point, you're a child molester. You have all these women coming forward about what happened to them at a young age or what he did to them.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely don't doubt he did some of these things, but I just can't help but to think some of these people are just paid off people just telling certain stories.
That's dangerous. That's a dangerous narrative to say.
I think it is. I don't believe everybody on their situation and story. Everybody there was a victim. Everybody there didn't know. Everybody there, oh, well, he made me. First of all, at this point, this is where I'm going to come out with it. At 20 years old, let's just say they're 20, even though they were a little bit older at this time. You cannot convince me to have a threesome with you and a 14-year-old. I'm not doing
it. There was brainwashed. She said you talking about the one that had the nice hair.
I guess she was like, he made me have a threesome with her, and then I found out she was 14. Like,
but then you kept playing with the 14-year-old. But then you
kept doing it.
You kept playing with the 14-year-old pussy.
And it goes back to a point where it's a certain somebody I don't know how much I know. I've heard a story where this girl said that she had been raped. Now again, I don't take that lightly. It's a terrible thing that happened to her. She got raped by one of her male best friends. She got raped 7 times by her male best friend. So at what point is it like?
Why would you look at me like that? That's not, none of that is funny.
It's not funny, but the point that I'm making is it makes it hard to have a story and have certain empathy for you when it's like, at what point do you not separate yourself from that?
Yes, that's the brainwashing part. It's not gonna make sense to us that's in our right minds. That girl said she met R. Kelly. I'm not talking about the one with the mop wig, the waxy mop wig that she was following him or skipping school so she could be outside the trial and whatnot, and hugging all up on the man that's on trial for raping somebody that looked just exactly like her.
And she came out and said she told him that she was 19 when they first met. She said, I lied, told him I was 19 years old. She said this,
exactly. She told him she was 19, so he didn't know that she was young until she came to his house with the bikini, taking off her bikini, talking about she was a virgin. Then she wanted to say she's 16 after the dick is already out. Now, she did want to get fucked. Now, okay, sis, you ready to fight? She definitely wanted to get fucked at that point. She was 16 and she wanted to get fucked by R. Kelly, who was in his 30s, I'm sure.
Definitely. At that point, he was like 27 when he married Aaliyah. That was back in the 90s.
Yeah, he was definitely in his 30s. He might have been in his 40s. I don't know. Shit. I believe I can fly, so I know. That's ignorant. No, but yes, 19 is still young for an old man, but that's legal. Ashley, like, who cares? The fact that this 19 is a big age difference, that's legal. You a grown adult, you can make your own decisions.
I feel like a lot of times men, and this is where I felt R. Kelly messed up at. A lot of men can look at females. I know there was times when I was in high school and we've had older men in our school, whether they were construction workers, people coming there for certain things to try to sell some shit or whatever the case was.
Sure.
And they came there, may have gave me that look like, yeah, what's up with you, young girl? But I've also had men say, when you turn 18, I'm gonna be on your line. And they waited until I turned 18, and as soon as I turned 18, it was like, what's up with you?
But that's not.
And there's some men who didn't care.
Is that not still creepy though, to approach somebody and say,
it's definitely still creepy.
Wait till you turn 18?
It definitely is. But the point that I'm making also in this point, now this is where, again, like I said, different upbringings, different mindsets, different how you view things.
Mm-hmm.
At 16 years old, I knew what I was doing. At 16 years old, if a 30-year-old man was like, yo, what's up? You know, I can't say I would probably definitely be like, yeah, nah. But if I was 16 and Trey Songz like, what's up with you, girl? I might be like, shit, what's up with you? So I don't know. I mean, you know, I think it depends. But again, it goes back to parenting. Where the hell were all these girls' parents?
Yeah, that's another thing. Now,
my mom, if I'd be like, Mom, you know, Trey Songz, when you come on this tour bus, she'd be like, sit your little ass in the room, period. There would be no, okay, well, go ahead and try to advance your career, honey. These parents are selling their kids, prostituting their children, in the hopes of a better future, thinking they're going to have the next Aaliyah. That's all that was.
Potential, especially that one where the parents are definitely from the DMV, but they live in Florida. What's the one? What's the girl's name? Azriel's parents. They definitely from somewhere out in Maryland, out in DC, somewhere with that damn accent. But but they definitely are. Like, they definitely are. They just happen to live in Florida. But yeah, they definitely knew that something was not right. But they went too far into it, and then they let their daughter turn 18 on the tour bus. You should not have let your daughter turn 18 on the tour with R. Kelly. You should not have let that been done.
Especially knowing what he was doing before. It's not like, you know, he just caught the world by storm. All of a sudden, you know, he made like little girls. Like, everybody turned a blind eye to what was going on. Even the manager dude walking in there talking about, I walked in the studio and I saw him, a girl butt naked next to him, and he was rubbing on her booty. And she was definitely underage. And you turned a blind eye to that? If I walk up in here, I see a little girl right here, butt naked, I'm like, yo, what you doing, bro? Like, what's going on with you? Like, no, exactly. It's going to be a problem. I'm leaving here. I'm telling everybody about your ass. Like, I'm never going over his house again.
But I'm not R. Kelly. I don't have millions of dollars. And I don't have nothing that you want from me, like, on that level. Like, I'm not writing you a song that's going to make you millions of dollars as well. So you might not necessarily want to burn that bridge. And I mean, I can understand that R. Kelly is like one of the biggest, you know, celebrities of that time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe of our time, just in general. But yeah, they wanted that coin. They definitely wanted that coin. Absolutely. They wanted to definitely secure that coin.
And I thought they kept it quiet so long because he was the breadwinner. So they just sat back and let it all happen. But now all of a sudden, this guilt is eating you up because Lifetime offered you a documentary to say something.
Yeah, they're definitely all sick as fuck. That's definitely like, what's the price that you would sell your daughter for? I mean, I can't think of. I mean, I don't have a daughter. I do have a sister. Let me tell you something. If R. Kelly was to take my sister on that damn tour bus or on to lock her up,
we going on a tour bus. Period.
I'm going to the south side of Chicago. I'm going to the studio in Cicero. I'm pulling up in LA at the Beverly Hilton. Yes. I'm pulling up wherever the fuck I got to motherfucking go to get back my sister. And it's, you know. Well, first of all, I wouldn't have to do a motherfucking thing because my father's crazy as fuck and he would do all of that. But if I did have to do anything.
Exactly, because somebody's parents would have stepped up.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know about all of that, but I do know that Geraldine or whatever, Hyundai Elantra, whatever her name is, with the waxy wig.
Here you go.
She's definitely in it for some type of fame because she's been on several shows talking about her experience with R. Kelly. She's done several things. Maybe she's trying to raise awareness, you know what I'm saying? All things considered, that could be the case. But at the same time, if you ain't testifying in court about the motherfucker, you might just be looking for some sort of fame, something like that. I mean, I don't take, you know, I'm not saying that R. Kelly is motherfucking, you know, innocent or anything by any means. He's definitely guilty as fuck. He definitely needs to be locked the fuck up. it's it's more than outrageous that he's not been locked the fuck up or found guilty on some sort of charges.
Okay, so you feel like in this situation he's guilty and still proven innocent?
Well, I don't need proven innocent.
Yeah, you're right.
The man is on camera urinating into the open mouth of a child.
How did I see that video?
You never seen the P video?
No.
It's disgusting. It's not a sex tape. It's definitely child pornography. I saw it when I was a child. And then I recently re-looked it up so that I could match the face of Sparkle's niece to the girl that's in the video.
Did it look a match?
It was definitely a match. It was definitely a spot-on motherfucking match. The video was a little bit distorted and pixelated because it's old as fucking. It's now 2019. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely Sparkle's niece from what I can tell from it. If it's not Sparkle's niece, it's definitely a child. It's definitely a little ass girl.
She's still a kid.
Definitely. And there's no question about that. So when you say guilty until proven innocent, to me, he's already proven himself to be guilty as far as I'm concerned. Point blank, period. Because it's definitely him. It's a certain point in the video where someone's like yelling from the next room, like, Kelly, the phone, yeah, it's like, the phone is for you. Like, and he's like, I'll get it in a minute. And it's definitely his voice. You know his voice because you've been raised on his voice. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely the room that's in the fucking video is definitely the room that's in his house, the Colorado room with all the wood and shit. Like it all matches the fuck up. It's too much evidence for him to even be remotely innocent.
So how did he get off with this in court then? Oh, because they didn't let them.
That's what money does. Money buys people that know how to lie very well for you. That's how that happens. That's how OJ got off.
The same way OJ got off.
The same way OJ got off. Clearly, he was the motherfucking murderer of them two people. It's to the point where like people talk about OJ's innocence and they forget he even killed a second person. Yeah. They only talk about Nicole, who they forgot all about Ron.
Right.
They don't know anything about this.
Like that?
Exactly. Like all them facts have been buried and all of that. Like that's what money does for you. So that's the reason why he didn't get found guilty. Plus the girl's parents were saying that it wasn't her and all types of other shit. But
yeah, that's true.
It was definitely, if it wasn't her, it was definitely a young girl. You know what I'm saying? He should have been found guilty on some sort of charge. Exactly. Definitely a child. Definitely a child. Even before you get to the P portion, when he's just like, it's like a girl like sitting in the camera, sort of like this. Like just like a profile of a girl. And then he walks up and puts his dick in the girl's mouth. The girl definitely looks like a child.
I don't know.
It's definitely a child. Yeah, people don't need to motherfucking see that. Yes, Jalissa, we know that OJ definitely did it. I 100% agree with that. OJ knows he did it. OJ wrote a book talking about if I had done it, this is how I would have did it. Which, I mean, you know that he definitely did it at that point in the game. Who does that?
Somebody who want to keep making money off the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, they said he about to make a documentary called "Surviving the Lies."
Okay. Oh yeah, I saw that. Well, I want to see what I'm now. We'll listen to his side now. I do want to see if some of these hookers and whores is lying now. Because I do believe some of them is probably in it for a little bit of fame. And they probably all went through what they went through. Definitely. I do believe that. I do believe he was slapping bitches in the face and locking holes up and having them pissing shit in buckets and doing all type of stuff like that. He definitely had that one turn into a whole man. Did you see that part?
I don't know about that part. I didn't see that part.
Yeah, he had one of the girls. She was very feminine. Her name was Dominique. She was very feminine at first. She had nice hair. And she had a very nice Instagram photo with a nice filter on it. And then he made her shave her head and put on a man's XXL t-shirt and basketball shorts. And she also had on a fitted cap.
And do what?
And he was using her as a boy toy. Allegedly using her as a boy toy. So I guess he's maybe into tomboys, or he may just be into boys, or he may be into female to men transitioning transsexuals.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like
in the community they say that you're not transsexual unless you want loans.
I feel like this man needs prayer. He needs guidance. He needs prayer. I feel like he is a true.
Stop praying for him.
He needs it.
Pray to who? Pray to who for a child molester? Who am I praying to?
I feel like this is my thing with R. Kelly. I feel like I'm not justifying him at all or defending him. I feel like he's not fully developed mentally. And I feel like that's part of the reason why he goes for younger women, because they have the same mental stimulation. Like, that man can barely read or write. He's like, what, damn near 50 years old? How old is R. Kelly?
Old as fuck.
Too damn old. And I feel like, even just like when they're saying, like, as far as him going back to the high schools to find people, like, I don't think he's working too good up there Something's definitely lacking. Or it could be because
he doesn't read, he doesn't write well. His ex-wife was spot on when she said, who the fuck is booking these flights and these hotels for these young girls and shit like that.
Yeah.
He definitely has motherfuckers helping him.
I mean,
all of them motherfuckers need to go to jail.
Everybody.
Come get the security guards.
The ones who go back to call, R. Kelly said, call him, here's his number.
All of them motherfuckers, all of them need to be locked the fuck up. From the head all the way on down to the tail. Lock all of them niggas up. Is it past the statute of limitations? I saw that question earlier in the comments. I don't know what the statute of limitations is. I don't have a legal degree. And let me say that too. I don't have a legal degree.
And these are all alleged claims.
All of these are alleged claims that was on the documentary on Lifetime. I didn't make any of this shit up. I don't make the news. I just report it. Okay? That's all that I do. It's just laugh and play in y'all face about the fucked up shit that's going on out here in the world because we all see what the fuck is going on.
Right.
So, with that being said, R. Kelly, he's a chop on the chopping block. Yeah, yes. A couple of those as well. Yes, a couple of those.
Slight chop. Although he's a child molester, he ain't shit.
I'm chopping him. I'm not stepping in the name of love no more.
I still can't.
I can't step in the name of love no more. I don't need nobody to come braid my hair. I don't need.
I wish.
The question is, what the fuck is going on between the cheeks in your home?
Yeah. I mean, you know,
a lot is going on.
You're right. It's a lot. Listen, there's a lot going on.
These bitches is locked up. One of the girls said that they walked in on him having sex with Liam when she was 15.
Oh, the tour bus, yeah.
Locked that bitch up and she ain't reporting
nothing.
Yes,
we did that on our last one. The song he made called I Admit.
Yeah.
That 20-minute song about his confessional.
Right, exactly. He said he likes petite women. He likes petite women. He likes children. He likes pre-pubescent women who allegedly. This all is allegedly.
Except like in teenage girls. When she did that, May said, when you say teenage, what do you mean? He said he likes 19-year-old girls.
Right, and 18-year-old girls. Good one.
Right.
But not under that age. Okay. Robert, right. Rupert, Aloysius.
Okay.
Kelly. I'm scared. I don't want nothing to do with him. I don't want to see nobody that got nothing to do with him. I don't want nothing to do with Robert Kelly. Not around here. Don't come around for where we stay.
Kelly can make a concert. I might have to go see what's up with it.
You going to the concert?
If R. Kelly comes to Fredericksburg, look, I'm grown. I'm not what he wants, but he's got hits, and I'm not going to take that.
You might be what he wants.
I'm grown. I can make that decision then.
Yes, you can. You can. But when you have your ass locked in a room, shitting in a bucket, and slapping the hell out of you and starving for 3 and 4 days at a time.
If he was to like physically force me and do some like rape type shit to me, then definitely he would have to get locked up. But other than that, I don't see me being able to be mind fucked, like manipulated like that.
Yeah, none of them see it, and that's the reason why they go for it.
I mean, that could be it. I'll try my hand, but don't let him.
You're gonna try your hand. Now you're gonna try your hand in a sex cult. I'm gonna try my hand. Oh, all right. Do that. More power to you.
I don't know. I definitely don't feel what he's done. I don't like what he's done. But they said his record sales shot up after all this stuff went down.
Which leads me to my very next point, which is the Millenium Tour. B2K has come out and announced that they will no longer be performing any of the songs that R. Kelly wrote after the tour is over because they want to continue to make a little bit of coin because anybody heard from them in a couple decades and they want to get up there and do bump, bump, bump a couple times and whatever songs that R. Kelly wrote so they can continue to get a little check.
Because R. Kelly wrote basically most of their hits, all of their hits.
R. Kelly has wrote several hits for them and they want to make sure they're still getting their coin.
Period. So we're not going to support him after this concert we do.
Right, exactly.
Do you support the man or not? You're not gonna sit there and try to make a coin off of me and then come back later on and say, okay, now we made our money off him. Okay, so now we're done with him.
But is there something wrong with them support with them playing the songs? I feel like if they want to play the song, first of all, I don't give a damn about the Millenium Tour. I'm not paying no money to go see these washed up ass niggas. Because at the end of the day, you talk about sexual abuse, them niggas is abused too. Everybody, Chris Stokes is in all their booty hole, along with
not all of them, just Raz B.
I heard one more.
I think it was.
In fact, I heard that all of them was involved.
I think it was Raz B and Omarion.
Why would I say Raz B? That's the gay one, isn't it? That's the one that just looks some type of way.
Yeah, he's the one who got. I think he may have gotten turned down by it. I don't know what. Listen, I wasn't there again. Allegedly, I do not know.
I go to say Raz B. Okay, that's fine. Anyway,
Chris Stokes definitely had his way with B2K.
but Chris Stokes and Marquise Houston, that was the allegation. Now, call the allegation out. That was the allegation that both of them was molesting. All of the members had been molested at some point. That was the allegation.
No, because Omarion and Marcus Houston are related, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
So they were still.
That was the allegation. I'm just saying that was the allegation. I don't know what had happened.
I thought the allegation was that.
I don't know. I have not examined anybody's booty hole in B2K at all.
Touche. I'm not interested in them anyways.
I don't know what had happened. I don't know who was digging into whose cake.
We do know that Chris Stokes, you would have your name being tossed around a lot. So
I don't know who had got smashed in Chris Stokes. Who had got smashed?
Chris Stokes told him, forget that I need a girlfriend, you need a boyfriend. So Chris Stokes need to be on the chopping block, messing with them little boys too.
That's an allegation. See, that's another thing. We got hardcore evidence against R. Kelly, but we don't have none of this evidence against Cosby and all this other shit. And his ass is in jail. And R. Kelly is out singing right now and not reading.
Because the difference is cops and not reading.
Woo! Oh, it was Raz B and J Boog. Whitney says it was Raz B and J Boog, which got allegedly.
Oh man, I was hoping it wasn't J Boog. I always liked J Boog. He was the cutest one.
I don't know who was who. I don't know anything about. I don't watch none of these niggas.
You know what the crazy thing about it is? I really am not that big of a B2K fan. So when I heard about the Millennium Tour, I was more in it for Pretty Ricky than B2K. Honestly, I like Pretty Ricky. I
don't know a motherfucking thing about none of these niggas. I know their songs. Some of the songs that was on the radio and the hits and stuff like that. Never had none of their albums. Never had none of that shit. I didn't give a fuck about this Millennium Tour. It's some whack people shit, if you ask me. To be completely honest with you, these bitches walking around here trying to go back to middle school and high school days.
Yeah, y'all can have that. And the tickets is too high anyways. I really would only want to go see Pretty Ricky, and that would only be because of the fact that
y'all just want to come back with the motherfucking baby fat outfits on and shit like that, thinking y'all cute like y'all was back in the day, talking about bump and do the chicken head and all that shit. I didn't see it for it then. I don't see it for it now. If the truth be told, I was never a fan of any of you motherfuckers.
Yeah, I was never a big B2K.
I might have caught a slight twerk.
Fan, though. I was an Omarion fan.
I might have caught a slight twerk off of some of those songs at a party because I used to party and go out.
I may have given a slight twerk. I may have given an extended twerk some Pretty Ricky.
Give an extended twerk. What's that? That honey.
Love like honey. Yeah. That's my favorite song.
Yeah, I remember that song. I did get a nice twerk to that. And Garfield Homecoming circa 2003.
Oh.
Freshman year when they used to have homecoming in the motherfucking upstairs alcove situation, like the hallway, as opposed to having it in the gym.
Okay, now that like honey came on.
That was the last year they had that like that. That was my freshman year.
Yeah, he made some memories for you.
Janelle loves her some B2K. What was your favorite B2K song? Let me see what the folks had to say. What was your favorite B2K song and Pretty Ricky? Pretty Ricardo. So Pretty Richard. Pretty Richard.
No, I definitely lies.
You did have Pretty Ricky on every mixtape.
I
they had hits. I'm just saying I wasn't really a fan like that. I didn't have them in Word Up Magazine and all of that shit. I didn't give a damn about them singing ass niggas.
I have a Pretty Ricky playlist on my phone to this day. So that's not a problem. But I said B2K is not a big thing for me. I'm not really big on B2K.
Janelle,
how you gonna say you don't remember no?
I used to remember them. I don't know a motherfucking thing about them. All right, Janelle.
Who are they? Now, what's their names again?
Not exactly. That's terrible.
I said J Bug was my favorite. He was the one that I thought was cute for right.
J Bug was your favorite.
So I'm hoping that he's the one that got Chris Stokes got too.
He's the one that Chris Stokes definitely got to him. He got to all of them. That was the allegation that Chris Stokes got to all of them. And as far as I'm concerned, the allegation came from somebody that was close to the camp to me or you. So I feel like that was the case. Don't try to say these niggas Chris Stokes got to them. They didn't say a motherfucking thing because the money train was rolling. The same way y'all look at them bitches that was up in R. Kelly sex camp, look at them B2K niggas the same way. They wanted a coin. They wanted a coin. They was willing to give up that booty hole.
Listen, I can't wait for unsung.
Oh, whatever was going on, allegedly.
In the next 20 years, unsung B2K.
So they were definitely singing. They were singing in a different octave as well.
The shit. You might have cut him off. Okay. Oh, poor Jigga.
All right, which brings me to another washed up nigga, which is Young Jock and his mermaid hair. I don't know if some of y'all have seen his hair. He has a nice swoop. It's almost like a bob. He looks very.
He's definitely got an asymmetrical bob.
He looks very single motherish.
Single mother, like daddy just left with an all out blue bob.
He has a blue bob that swoop to the side, and we want to tell sis that
the
you
haircut
look great.
is bad. I'm not even bad. Like,
I want to tell sis you look great, sis.
I'm just mad bitch stole my look, like because the haircut is bomb. Like that is some straight
Meet
up.
me in the trap is going down.
It's going down. Snatching that lace off your head.
It's going down. That hair is absolutely. He looks like Flounder from Little Mermaid. That's exactly what the fuck he looks like. And he does have a Justin Bieber swoop.
And he's definitely getting now. He about to get Usher on the shit. Now Usher looking like, you know, you saw Usher with the relaxer.
Oh yes, Usher has a bouffant situation. He's out here with his shit. He got some big bumper curls and his shit.
They say he owned like 3 7-Elevens. I'm like, you know what? It's not a look. I just
what do you say he looked like?
He owned 3 7-Elevens.
Like he owned 3 7-Elevens. Stop it.
I just don't understand it. Between Usher
He
and
did look a little Middle Easternish.
He did.
He did look a little Alibaba.
It did. A little just for me. But it's okay.
Just for me? He did look
a little no lie.
He did look a little just for me. I am dead.
I just don't understand all these men and these changes between Genuine and that lace front beard. You got Usher and that silk press, and then you got Jock with the asymmetrical blue bob. That was bad though. I'm not even mad.
Young Jock is a bad bitch.
He's definitely a bad bitch.
I don't know what to tell you.
Gotta buy him, give him some Young Thug wardrobe, and he out here. That's it.
With Usher looking like Prince Ali, Fabulous He, Ali Ababwa.
Prince Ali. I cannot.
Everybody's changing up their look in 2019. Get ready for it. Everybody's changing up their look. Don't be surprised when your man come home with a lace wig and a lace beard. That's what I meant to say.
A lace front beard.
He's gonna have a lace front beard. A lace face.
A
lace face beard.
A lace face beard. We ain't got time for that.
Yes, and he's also gonna get that hair relaxed and lifted to a nice platinum blonde.
Listen, men, in 2019, what we not gonna do is no lace fronts. If your hairline is going back, shave the shit off. Let it go. We're not doing no lace fronts. We're not doing no lace beards. We're not doing no bobs. If your hair is longer than mine, it's a problem unless you locked it up.
Shout out Blessed Hands, y'all. You can lift all of the niggas. They lift all of their hair. Lift it as platinum blonde as you can get it. Just white. Just motherfucker.
Low lights, highlights.
White.
Get them out the way.
Low lights, highlights.
I'm done.
Why low lights? Low lights, highlights. Just whatever they want. Just give it to them. Just go ham.
Give them some contrast.
Right. Frosted tips.
Right. I'm so done with your frosted tips. I'm done. Listen, that's what we not doing in 2019.
Ooh, have mercy,
We're not
Lord.
going for it.
I can't take it. I just cannot take any of it. You're not going for that 2019?
We're not doing it in 2019. We're not.
So you wouldn't deal with Young Jock now because he got the Little Mermaid?
I wouldn't deal with Young Jock before he had the silk press. I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't do the silk press?
Not at all.
I thought, see now that he has a natural
If we
color.
both gonna be in the mirror doing this together, it's a problem.
That's an issue for you?
That's definitely an issue for me. If my man can't put a flat iron to his hair, period. So the minute you pull
your man wants a bone straight
the minute
wrap.
my man picks up the the collar iron, or
a bone straight wrap with a bang.
If we both want to sleep with our bonnets on, it's a problem. Like, I'm not doing it. We're not doing that.
Your man wants to be luxurious. Get into it. That's what it's called for in 2019. 2019 is called for a luxurious silk wrap.
You know what? For one.
Woo! I can't take it.
We ain't doing it. Absolutely not.
I can't take it. Bring back Young Jock. Young Jock.
How you go from the trap is going down to...
He gonna need his own hot tools. He can't borrow, Janelle, he can't borrow your damn flat iron?
Nope.
He can't borrow your hot comb? He can't borrow your jam?
Nope.
To get his edges, lay his edges down?
Nope.
He can't borrow none of that.
No edge control, none of that.
He can't borrow none of your eco styling gel?
You know what?
To lay down his kitchen and his edges.
We both gonna do twisted.
He can't borrow the toothbrush so he can do a little squiggly too.
And he probably would too.
He
probably would slay every mad shit. He could be done. His hair look better than mine.
Yeah, and you're gonna be upset because.
And that's not happening. We're not doing that in 2019. Absolutely not. Nope.
Well, Janelle say it might be convenient. It might be convenient, see, because you might run out of some goddamn styling gel and he might just use his. He might say, "Here, babe, take the styling gel. Here, let me get." You ain't selling
shit. It's still a hell no.
Let me get. See, I'm not. See. Oh, you forgot your flat iron. Your flat iron on the fritz.
I wear a scarf.
On the fritz. Your flat iron's on the fritz. Here, you can use mine, and he might have his.
No.
He needs his own. We getting ready at the same time. Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Well,
that's what's calling for nowadays.
You and your man can definitely share your own. Like you said, have him get his own. We ain't doing that.
I can't. Okay. Stepping over Young Jock and Usher and whoever else has a lace front in 2019. Whatever man has a lace front beard and or a motherfucking wig. Toni Braxton. Now, I want to preface this before I tell this story. Toni Braxton and her damn Braxton sisters, okay, have been on this show near about every episode.
They've been on here more than me.
They've been, no bullshit. They've really been on this chopping block a lot. They've been on this chopping block a whole motherfucking lot. They cannot stay out of the cut up.
Which sucks. I really like the Braxtons.
I like them too, but I like them. I think I like them because they're such a mess.
I think so too. They're also like this, like a
they are such a
beautiful disaster.
And I really love their spirit, and I love some of their voices. I love some of their voices. I do love some of them. Literally two.
Literally. And by couple, I mean a couple. Okay?
And by couple, okay. I mean two.
Yeah.
Yeah, Toni Braxton's back on the show because she owes the government. She owes Uncle Samuel. She owes him $500,000 in back taxes. Toni Braxton has a history of owing people money.
I was saying the same thing.
Toni Braxton has filed for bankruptcy not one time, but 2 times. Toni Braxton has filed for bankruptcy since she's been famous. Now, she has been in the game for 20 years, but the bitch filed bankruptcy twice. So I said that to somebody and they said, well, Trump files bankruptcy all the time. Not personally. He don't file bankruptcy on his business. Files bankruptcy.
This is a personal bankruptcy.
This is she's been in 2 personal bankruptcies. You can't file bankruptcy for tax money, but the bitch owe $500,000 to Uncle Sam. She might be doing some jail time. She might be next door to motherfucking Wesley Snipes. She might be next door to R. Kelly. I don't know what may be happening.
I'm gonna say good thing they're closed. You got time, sis. Pay them back.
Right, exactly. Good thing. Oh, the IRS is not all the way closed. The IRS is not all the way closed. The IRS is only 80% shut the fuck down, which means they got enough niggas to come to her house.
And we need that coin.
And either collect the check or collect the cuffs.
You choose. Checks the cuffs.
Yeah. Toni Braxton, I don't know who the hell is managing your money. Evidently, they're not doing it right.
He got a history of dirty money, all kind of stuff, stealing money, putting it elsewhere.
And about that, I heard they just broke up.
She better pawn that ring in.
I heard Toni Braxton and Birdman had just broke up because she couldn't set a date for the wedding, or she was having a hard time, or whatever. It was her, allegedly having a hard time setting the date for the wedding, and he gave her to the end of the year to set the date, or they wasn't gonna get married. That's what I heard. And December 31st has come and it has gone. We do not have a date for the fabulous Bird wedding, the Bird Braxton wedding.
The
Braxton wedding. We don't have a date for the bird to take flight.
She ain't losing no damn ring.
Oh no, the ring was lost. Yeah, the ring was lost.
Oh, so she told y'all.
Well, I mean, that's what the report was saying. That the ring was lost. I heard that several times. I believe that's true. The ring was lost. So since the ring has been lost, has the marriage also been lost? Allegedly lost the ring.
Exactly.
But she may have pawned it. She may have sold it to R. Kelly. I don't know what may have happened. It may have been insurance fraud. I like the way your mind works. I don't know.
Could have been.
But the wedding has been potentially canceled. Toni Braxton on New Year's deleted all of her shit from 2018. There was not a bird in sight on her Instagram. Allegedly, I haven't looked recently, like today, but I did look before she deleted all of her old shit. Said she wanted to start 2019 fresh. The picture that she posted did not have Birdman in the picture. I don't know what the fuck is going on with Toni Michelle Braxton. What you think?
Be living life like Tamar. They be living their single best lives.
Toni Braxton has not grown back her hair. I don't know what the hell is going on with her and her tennis ball head. In other news.
And other Braxton news. Y'all gotta get together, Braxton sisters.
In other Braxton news.
Maybe her man likes her like that, like a little ball head.
I don't know. I don't know too many Africans that like a little tennis ball head. Could she date that African man? She date an African man with the, he's not built like her husband was.
At all. Not at all. And I'm not mad at that. I don't know many African men that date women with long hair.
I know they like natural hair, but it's her. Her hair is about that long. Her hair is about as long as her record sales in that last album. Bluebird of blue. I know why the cage bird sings.
Well,
I know why the cage bluebird sings. Her Tamar Braxton's hair is about as long as her stint on that play that she walked off the stage on. Cause we talk about a lot of shit. Tamar been cutting the fuck up, and we need to talk about that.
Tamar has been cutting up.
Tamar walked off the stage at a play, Redemption of a Dog, when it was here in the DC area at the Howard Theater. Walked off the play in the middle of the motherfucking play. Didn't nobody know what the fuck Tamar was. The body double, not the body double. The understudy had to come in and take over for the rest of the show. Didn't nobody know what the fuck Tamar was. She was somewhere eating motherfucking jumbo slice. Allegedly. She was mad. She was mad that somebody didn't give her motherfucking jumbo slice. Or I'm sorry, it was some food that she had ordered and brought to the show. Allegedly.
Right.
And
but Tamar's good for that. She's good for when things don't go quite her way.
Security turned away the jumbo slice or whatever mumbo sauce she had ordered. And she then caught a hissy fit.
She definitely got real diva-ish.
And walked the fuck off. Not walked off the stage, but apparently left during the intermission. That's the story that I heard. That's the story that was handed down to me.
Well, it sounds about right. I don't put it
well, we know that this didn't come back after the intermission.
Right.
So she definitely walked off the stage. That's not, that is alleged. However, that can be proven because the bitch was not on the stage.
Right.
So
the reason why is alleged, but we know you ain't come back. So.
Julie says she's not even that famous. No, she's definitely not that famous. We know that much. She's mostly famous for being the sister of somebody who's famous.
Right.
However, she does have a great voice. I do think that Tamar...
she's potential. She just got this attitude where I think riding in Toni's limelight for so long, but she finally branched out of it. She started feeling her. I'm going to be the star sister now. And now it's to the point where okay, well, hold up now. You ain't Mariah Carey. You can't be doing this diva shit. You're not quite there yet. You have a little hits, and that was cute, but you ain't really there yet. I'm
not gonna lie. She should have. That felt like the theme song that Tamar and Vince was a hit. You're my Monday and my Friday. It was real churchy.
It was nice.
I can't stand it. I think they definitely should have motherfucking extended that song and possibly put it on iTunes. They could have made $25.73.
Maybe. 25.73. Oh, 99 cents gonna start adding up.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Somebody might have bought it. I would have streamed it a couple times. I wouldn't have bought it, but I would have streamed it a couple times. I would have heard it a couple. My Monday. It was a very good song. That's what I felt like.
I mean, to each his own.
Tamar and Vince are not back together in other news. And Vince got Tamar's hair in the divorce. It's like, no, I'm just kidding. That was a joke. That was actually not alleged.
That was a joke. Laugh, people. I'm so dumb with it.
That was actually not alleged.
Right. That is one thing we have not seen since they actually separated. So
yeah, I haven't really seen too much of Vince in general. Actually, I know she was bringing around the different things after they had separated, and she had moved out, and she got that little apartment.
They went to vacation, a little family vacation together.
Yeah, I mean, he came around a little bit after that. You know what I'm saying? But I haven't really seen too much of Vince and Herbert.
I mean, for what?
I don't know.
Yeah, he wasn't really.
Exactly, Erica. Allegedly. Thank you. Allegedly. I have not seen too much talking about him. Thank you. Save me, niece. Okay. That's all I got to say about Toni Michelle Braxton and her sisters. Oh, one of the sisters' husband died. Gabe died. That's what I heard. Allegedly. Let me look that up. Is Gabe dead?
I know. Whitney just said he died of cancer.
Oh, he did die?
That's what Whitney said. Whitney said didn't.
Oh, yeah. Gabe died of cancer. That's what I thought. Yes. Gabe did die of cancer. He is no, well, I'm not gonna lie, she did divorce him prior to the death of the cancer. So he's
You're right, and they were going off on Tamar for why she didn't post him. The internet always has a problem with something. Now, why didn't you post the RIP post for Gabe or whatever?
Yeah, because Gabe was a dirtbag that cheated on her sister multiple times with multiple women online and in person.
Ooh.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
So that could be the reason as to why she probably is not going to miss Gabe.
Yeah.
Shade. I mean, he is the father of her child, but at the end of the day, I mean, is that a lie? I think that's actually a lie. I don't think that either one of those kids is Gabe's.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
I don't think either one of them kids is Gabe. Whitney, is either one of them kids Gabe's? I don't think that one of them is Gabe's. I think that she married him after she'd already had those kids. Because, secretly, she's half hooker and half whore.
Ain't no secret.
Yeah, I think that she already had those motherfucking kids. I don't think none of them did. I think that Gabe was raising her kids by somebody else, if I'm not mistaken.
Well,
yeah.
Then that will make sense.
That oldest one looks like Shrek. The oldest kid looks like Shrek. He's not really a child. He's in his 20s. He does look like. None of them are Gabe's. Thank you, Whitney. See, that goddamn it. Whitney has the facts. Whitney's mom is a judge in Baltimore, and she wrote the decision for Adnan Sayed that people are saying was wrongly convicted dude from
For who?
The dude from that podcast Serial. The podcast Serial. Okay, well, anyway, her mom's legendary on the bench.
Okay, so we got like a legendary heiress here.
Exactly, legendary on the bench. Wrote all types of decisions and things like that. That's not the here nor there, and Adnan is definitely not on the chopping block. Neither is Whitney's mama. But I'm just saying, Whitney's legendary. She comes with the facts. She knows about the facts.
Okay, well, come with the receipts, sis.
Because she has a legal bloodline. That's all I want to say.
Okay. Well, you got a little shout out on the show.
Oh, absolutely, legendary. I would love to have. I think what was her name? Wanda. I forget Whitney's mama's name. Love to have her on the show so she can go ahead and give me her take on everything.
Ooh.
I would love to do that. Facts. Okay. Erica, Gabe is Trina's ex-husband, and he had cheated on her several times.
After they separated, he passing.
He did. He ended up dying of cancer. Do your research on that. He's not one of them boys' father, but he was definitely going to raise them, and that's why I kind of respect him because he's going to raise somebody else's kids.
Yeah.
That takes a special man. You don't even have any of your own kids. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
I don't know. This is how I felt about it. They want to talk about the government shutdown. What you want me to say about the government shutdown? Niggas ain't getting paid. The government shut the fuck down. Niggas ain't getting paid. We're waiting on a wall from Mexico. I mean, there's really no whole lot to it.
And that we ain't paying for it. I lied. We gonna pay for it.
Who gonna pay for it?
Us.
I'm not paying for a motherfucking thing. They can shut down the government as long as they want to and don't pay none of them motherfuckers.
And then we'll have to turn to a purge. They gonna take away food stamps.
I'm not on those. I'm not on that.
You not, but guess who is? The motherfucker next door.
They
you not on that? Shut up.
nigga next door is not on Section 8. Nobody in this motherfucking town is on Section 8.
Maybe not them, but somebody around here is. Guess what? They're gonna be hungry. They're gonna be knock.
They better go to 1400 Pennsylvania Avenue and knock on Trump's door and get that. I don't got nothing for you. I'm not in the stamps, and maybe if I was on the stamps, I might have something for you. I don't know what you want me to say.
Listen, at the end of the day, I feel like this is the reason y'all need to be voting, because right now, honey, it's about to go from bad to worse. People,
it is.
And you got to think people who's both of their household, both of the people who are bringing the income are government employees. They ain't getting no checks in. You better hope that they have money saved up, or else they out of luck.
Mm-hmm.
All because of a wall. That I don't even want the damn wall. I like Mexicans.
I like tacos.
I love tacos, quesadillas, queso, all that shit.
All of that shit.
So whoever voted for Trump, y'all need to figure out how y'all gonna pay for that damn wall and get over this goddamn government shutdown.
Okay, Erica, it's 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. I don't know who live at 1400. Is that a club? That might be a club. I don't know at 1400 Pennsylvania Avenue.
Allegedly, that's the president address. Y'all
look up 1400 Pennsylvania Avenue, because you might can still knock and get some food from there. Anyway. That's all I told you was get some food from
that might be
Avenue.
I'm
not okay. I didn't say the president was there. Okay, all I said was go get some food from there. That's all that I told you to do.
1400 Pennsylvania Avenue is a goddamn jumbo slice.
Exactly. All I told you to do was go let them eat cake. I don't know what you want me to tell you. Allegedly. And I thank you. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
Look, somebody got something for you there.
Right, exactly. It's a jumbo slice. It's a Chinese carryout.
Right.
It's cheap. They got a $5 deal. All I said was go ahead and knock and get some. Knock on the door, be open, answered up unto you. I don't know what scripture that is.
It works. It's all right.
Lynetta's in HR at the VA, and she's still working, and it's a mess. She would like y'all to know that. I don't know what I'm going to tell you. My father works for the FBI, and he's working, and he's not getting paid, but he has other sources of income and everything like that, so he's fine. But a lot of people do not, and for real, when they miss this check on the 11th, which they will miss the check on the 11th, a lot of motherfuckers live paycheck to paycheck. They're going to have to choose between gas for my car or food for my child. They're going to have to choose between a lot of motherfucking things. It's going to get real shady out here. The government is shut down. Need to open the fuck back up. But if it don't open the fuck back up, I'm not gonna be affected. In my job, what I do is tech support for tax software. So the longer the government shut down, the longer the IRS is shut down, the less work I have to motherfucking do, because y'all ain't gonna be calling about your taxes. So I'm not concerned about the shutdown. I went to work today. Today I took one call all day for 8 hours. I sat there and looked stupid in the face, and I was A-okay with it. I was on Facebook. I was minding my own black business. I was eating. I had ordered some food, had me a motherfucking sub, and had a great goddamn day.
They actually just changed it where they have now that we still will be getting our income taxes. This government shutdown is not going to impact that. So
that's bullshit.
People will be getting their taxes.
You can file them.
Right.
Definitely file them.
They're going to be filed. There's going to be a major delay. You probably won't be getting them until like June or some shit.
Exactly. They'll give them back. However, you're not going to get them as fast as you would have got it the whole IRS did. You know, it's only 80% of the IRS is goddamn furloughed right now.
Right.
A lot of motherfuckers are not there. So it's really not even a whole lot to even say about that. What you want me to say? That ain't really happening. Hey, Aunt Stacy, how you doing? You missed a lot of the show already. Anyway, I don't get taxes back either, to be honest with you. I always end up owing. But that's fine.
I get federal taxes. The state, they take it every year, so I'm not worried about it.
I'd rather them. You on the state?
Always. I never pay my property taxes. I don't pay till my tax dies. It's time for me to renew them.
I gotta pay mine too. But oh well. Okay. IRS changed their minds. Yeah, they changed it. They're saying they'll give them back, but it's gonna be a while before they're processed. I don't know what I'm gonna tell you. Right. They're not gonna be processed fast at all. So anyway, moving on, pressing toward the mark. Last, we have the Take It Outside training. For those of you who do not know, okay, Take It Outside training is regarding a young sir or a young ma'am.
Ma'am!
Yes, a young ma'am. An older ma'am, used to be a sir, who was at the game store to, I guess, maybe sell back a game. For real, I'll be mad too in the game store selling back games. I'll never give you what you paid for, nothing even close to it. But anyway, and she was misgendered several times, and they called her ma'am and him and sir. I mean, they called him sir and him and Mr.
Understandable. I'm not a sir. Allegedly.
And it was caught on camera, and then I don't know what happened to the soft feminine side, but then the very very strong, assertive, some would say manly side came out, and she wanted to jump across the counter, and she asked for corporate's number, and she wanted her money, and she wanted.
And they proceeded to call him sir. I mean her sir.
You see how easy it is, especially when they're acting like that.
Yeah, I mean, you're not even selling it right now. Like you're
really not you're not even selling the fantasy right now. What the fuck?
Right now. Like you're acting like a straight ass man right now. You're an angry ass man.
Like, never.
No female is gonna go into GameStop that upset over no video game.
And talking about you want to take this outside. Like, I don't know nothing like that. First of all, ma'am, you are 6'5". You are 6'5". You have an Adam's apple that is 5 inches long. I don't understand what you want me to tell you. Ma'am. I was watching that video and I was like, I cannot even believe that this is going on. And she was really upset, like really pissed off.
I thought it was a prank video at first.
And the person behind the counter, I do believe that. I think that a couple times they said it like to be funny, but I think that the last time was really genuinely an accident.
Okay, sorry. Oh shit! I think he realized that last. Oh, okay, maybe I really should stop doing this. Like, it was an accident.
Right.
But again, like you can't blame him. I was in the same thing. Like
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. That was
you put a half-ass effort to being a female, and that was not noticeable.
Half-ass effort.
You did. You did a terrible job. Like I said, you weren't even selling it. You did a half effort into being a female. Like you forgot you were trying to be female halfway through. You lost the bass in your voice. Like
gained a lot of bass.
I'm sorry, you're right. You gained a lot of bass in your voice. And I don't even know who you started off as. Like I didn't see the whole transition into how it got to that point. All I know was by the end of it, you were a full-on
knocking shit over,
privileged man going crazy.
A privileged white man. You were knocking shit over.
And we ain't got the time for that. Because that was me behind the counter. I'd be like, sir, I need you to really calm down before I call the police on you, sir.
And what are the girls talking about? They want to talk about what more? What y'all want to talk about more? Replying to Stacy. Me too. I want to talk about that more. Y'all want to talk about R. Kelly more? What you want to talk about R. Kelly for? What you want me to say? The nigga's a rapist.
Allegedly. Are we calling him a rapist or are we calling him a molester? Because I feel like he was a man just wearing pink. I feel like he's more of a child molester than I would say a rapist.
He looks just like a man.
That's what he does. He was a man in a pink tank top, and that was it.
Biologically, but you know, gender is you with a bad ass. That's what they say. They say you can pick that. Gender norms, all that stuff. I don't know.
No. You are a man or you are a woman, period. If I can't pick, if y'all gonna make fun of that girl for saying, oh, I'm white and she was really black and y'all ran her through the mud. Y'all ran Lil' Kim through the mud for trying to look white. Y'all ran Michael Jackson through the mud trying to look white. If they can't be transracial, there ain't no such thing as transgender.
That's another thing. Rachel Dolezal is in the news today because she owes the IRS some money as well. She was lying about how much money she made, and she has committed some sort of fraud, allegedly.
Rachel committed fraud? Never would have guessed it.
Yeah, apparently she got about $8,000 from the government in regards to assistance. She did not report $80,000 that she had received in payments. So I think that's the blackest thing she's ever done.
Right.
So
you take her back.
Exactly. I like to trade.
You earned your keep.
I'm gonna trade R. Kelly for Rachel Dolezal. You get to come on in. Come on in, sis. I mean, what you want me to tell you? Now you're doing all right. Once you get some street cred, you go to jail and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? She might get a tear on her eye.
Listen, better get them box braids again.
But to get the box braids were nice. I'm not gonna lie. They were very nice.
She sold me. She sold me. Now that guy at GameStop needs to take lessons from good old Rach.
That was a man at GameStop. You
I'm sorry, that lady at GameStop needs to take lessons on how to sell the idea and sell the persona of who you are. Because she had me convinced she was just light skinned. It's like light skinned, maybe just mixed.
That lady at GameStop.
That person at GameStop.
Oh, I love people. I love people. I love straight people, gay people, trans people. I love everybody. But let me tell you something. Do not ever make a mockery of yourself. Do not ever make a mockery of yourself. Because she looks ridiculous. And I can't even say if you're trying to defend somebody. You look ridiculous. You sound ridiculous. You were acting ridiculous. And I'm supposed to come here and say, ma'am.
Right.
Nobody take that serious.
I wouldn't even know that you wanted to be addressed as a ma'am until she said that, because she looked like a regular ass guy, just with long hair.
Okay.
That's a man, Maury. That's a man, Maury.
She needs to go to 1400 Pennsylvania Avenue. Send her ass to 1400 Pennsylvania Avenue. Send her to the south side of Chicago and Cicero. And let Cicero.
She had it coming.
She had it coming. And let her figure out, let R. Kelly figure out whether it's the man or whether it's not.
Look, between him and Chris Stokes, get to the bottom of it for us. Let us know.
R. Kelly and Chris Stokes, y'all can battle it out and figure out what the hell is going on.
We're going to figure it out.
Whether that thing is going bump, 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 or whether you want to bump and grind. I don't know what you want to do.
Do you see anything wrong?
Do you see anything wrong with this bump and grind?
I'm done with you. I can't. A little bump, 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 and the bump and grind. They gonna figure it out.
Check on the bump, bump, bump. Check on it now.
Let them get the usher and come back with the bump, bump, bumps.
Wow. Accurate. 100% accurate. That's another thing. They said that R. Kelly gave the girl herpes. But she said that she went there to fuck him. She said that sex was consensual and all that shit. And she fucked him and ended up getting herpes. But he knew he had herpes. So she said she was going to sue him. Or did sue him, whatever the case is.
So what happened?
I don't know what happened at that point. I was drinking. But I do know that she did that. That's what I gathered from it. Is that allegedly R. Kelly has herpes.
I did hear that. Apparently he gave her herpes. Everybody in Hollywood has herpes.
Gave Lizette, the Spanish girl from Miami, gave her mononucleosis.
Oh my God, she was like paralyzed. She was ICU.
She was fucked up. She was getting ready to be up out of here. She was getting ready to go on to.
I didn't know Mono could do all that to you.
She was getting ready. Mono? Oh yeah, Mono was bad.
I know. She said she was paralyzed and ICU.
If you don't catch it early enough. Gave one girl mono. That's what I said. Erica definitely gave her mono. Absolutely gave her mono. Allegedly.
I thought mono was allegedly. I thought mono was like in the same category as like strep throat. I thought it was just like you get like a little infection.
Strep throat will fuck you up too.
Oh, does it?
Strep throat will fuck you up. Absolutely.
Oh shit.
Yes, gave that girl Lizette mono allegedly and said he was gonna help her become the Trap Selena.
Gave her $1,000 for to get well, bitch.
They gave her 1,000 coins and told her we should get well.
And that was it. And listen, if R. Kelly give me mono, I'm gonna need a whole lot more than $1,000.
But she was locked up in a room in Miami, and he said that if you try to go somewhere, we're gonna have niggas come after you. We know what you do and all that other stuff. We know everything you do. And
they don't play and they ain't counted. Yeah, that's true. See, I knew it wasn't just me. Thank you, Whitney. I was shocked also.
Yeah, I knew you could die from mono. Mono was nasty. Fuck you up.
I thought it was just like a throat infection. That was
only white girls get that. I'm surprised R. Kelly's carrying mono allegedly.
You know what? Let's talk about this really quick.
I never knew anybody black that got mono. I only knew white girls. White girls used to get that all the time when I was in high school.
Listen, another thing that I talked to one of my white coworkers the other day, and this is like so random, just y'all can just leave a comment on it because you probably gonna mention it. But this lady at my job, and I don't know if this is like a white thing because I've never heard black people with this. Because I always notice around the wintertime, they always get like bumps around their mouth and shit.
That's herpes, simplex 1.
That's what I thought, right? But I'm like, why do all these white people have herpes? Like, how do all of y'all have it? It's like a race of people just have herpes. Mm-hmm. And this lady at my job was like, it's a fever blister. You never had a fever blister or a fever sore? And I was like, nah, I've never had that.
A fever blister?
Yeah, like, I mean, I'm sorry, like a cold or whatever, like a fever.
A cold sore.
Not a cold sore, though. It was like I guess she said because she got sick or because she got sick and a fever and the blister just popped up on her mouth. And it happens regularly.
That's when when she's sick, her immune system is suppressed, and that allows the herpes simplex
outbreak
to come to the top of the skin.
Whenever she called, I was like, "Is that what that is?" And I was like,
a fever blister. I never heard nothing about that.
I haven't either.
I went to school for pharmacy before I switched my major. I never heard nothing about a fever blister.
Okay, so she definitely heard
I didn't study white people though when I was in school.
That's a whole nother anatomy class.
It is.
Anatomy
It
class.
is. Sun poison and all types of shit. It's all a whole different situation.
That's what I'm thinking. I said maybe it's a white people thing because the melanin in their skin doesn't react to as ours. I don't know, but I've never had that. Yeah, I know a cold sore is a herpes, but it's like what herpes 2 versus
herpes simplex 1. Herpes simplex 1 is the cold sore. Herpes simplex 2 is
like
genital warts.
Okay.
Absolutely. It's definitely herpes. There's no question about that. It's the herpes.
Okay, but it's not like
the gift that keeps on giving.
Here you go.
That's the gift that keeps on
She
giving.
didn't say it was a cold sore though. She said it was something else. Like I swear, I think
she was making up shit. She was definitely making up shit. The bitch ain't want you to know that she had been sucking dick and got herpes on her face. Right, the bitch was sucking dick and got herpes on her face. She was absolutely making up shit. A fever blister. No, bitch. You have herpes.
But I see a lot of them with it.
They all have the herpes. What you want me to tell you?
So why
it's actually one of the most common STDs. A lot of people don't even know that.
It is, because I know a lot of people around who have it. But what I'm saying is, I feel like if that's the case, how come black people, I've never seen a black person with the herpes outbreak on their mouth.
I've seen black people with cold sores. I got a cousin that get cold sores.
And they have blisters on their lip.
Yeah, she had a blister on her lip. She gets cold sores.
Cold sores. That's what I'm saying. But how?
Yeah, but I mean, you know, she was a kid when I noticed that she got it, so I don't think it was because she was doing anything nasty. She probably drank after somebody or whatever the case is. She had white friends.
That could be it. Well,
why is it all got to go back to white people?
I don't know. I'm not racist. These are all allegedly things.
Right.
Well, blister, herpes.
I said I just googled fever blister and herpes came up. 100%, absolutely, Brittany. 100%. That's exactly what the fuck is going on.
Okay.
The bitch had herpes on her face. Steve Parker is with us. I wish Steve Parker had been here for the conversation regarding R. Kelly, but you know, some people come late to the party.
Sorry you missed a party, Stevie.
That's fine.
Stevie too.
Yeah, the blister and the cold sores are almost synonymous. They're 100% fucking synonymous. Cold sores are blisters. Absolutely. The bitch had cold sores, and a lot of white have them. A lot of people have them in general. I shouldn't say a lot of white folks. A lot of folks have them in general. I'm just saying, I don't know a whole lot of black folks that have them.
I don't know him.
Because we don't really drink after a whole lot of people. We drink after a whole lot of people.
That is very true, because they do that a lot also.
We don't do that.
They would taste this smoothie.
Yeah,
I was like,
they share.
No,
Yes, have out the same straw and all of that. Off
And
the
they
same part of the cup.
eat off of the food days. This lady literally dug instantly ate it, and she took a spoonful of me, tasted it, put the spoon back in the dip at the food day one time.
Who did that?
Just lady at my job. We had like a little potluck.
At your job now? Or
at my job currently.
At this job?
And you know, no, at that job they did that too. But at my current job, which I'll leave.
At this job, I didn't.
Unknown.
At this job, I didn't do those things.
I didn't either.
If I brought something to the food day, I brought food.
I brought food.
And I walked the fuck away.
Or I took my aside than what I was eating.
Right. There's no question.
That what I made. Because y'all have to let y'all cats lick off y'all food and stuff. But anyway.
Okay, well, I would like to keep my page active. I would like to keep my page active.
Oh yeah, we ain't putting him back in jail. But these are all my views, not his. This is all my point of view.
That was the show. Hope you enjoyed it. 2019, we came back with a motherfucking bang. A lot of new things going on. Gang shit going on. You know what I'm saying? We back out here talking the most shit, cutting everybody up. Holding bitches accountable in 2019.
Accountability.
Holding bitches accountable in 2019. Working on becoming our greatest selves. That's what the fuck is going on around here.
You better say it.
Yes. Until next time.